Hey yo, what's good? So two very good fights on PBC on CBS today. Thank you, Al Heyman, for that. Very good fight. Very good fights. This is good for boxing, man. You showcasing bantamweights on on TV like that. That's good for boxing, man. Anyone that says Al Heyman is not, they're being cynical because these are two very entertaining fights and on CBS, man. Come on. Boxing needed that after last week, got some bad publicity, but today will be a good day for boxing and it has been so far. You got Omar Figueroa beating Ricky Burns. I felt that the scorecards were a little off. I had him winning, but because of the point deductions, which were ridiculous. Lawrence Cole is a horrible referee. Nigel Collins, former editor of the Ring magazine, he said from his 40 years of covering boxing, Lawrence Cole is the worst referee he's ever seen. That's telling you something, man. That's saying something. So he took 2 points off for holding. I mean, it was like a phone booth fight anyway. Very entertaining fight. Possibly could be a fight of the year, but very good fight. Maybe fight of the year so far, but I'd have to check. I liked Matisse Provodnikov better just because they didn't smother their punches as much like Omar Figueroa does. But both put a very valiant effort, entertaining. From round 1 to round 12, it was a phone booth war. Yeah. The only thing probably bad about it is the ref. So, but Omar Figueroa, I don't see him having a long career because his fighting style, he's very exciting and he deserves the fans that he gets, but he's not very skilled. He's not like a big puncher. He's not very good at defense, not at all. But I especially at 140, man. Imagine who they're gonna put him against at 140. Anybody destroys him, and Ricky Burns is done as a prize fighter too. I'm so Figueroa shouldn't have had this tough a time if he was truly world class. And I like the guy. He gives very entertaining fights, but call him like I see him, man. He's not gonna last that long. And anytime he steps up with a good fighter at 140, they're gonna knock him out. Danny Garcia knocks him out. I don't even like Danny Garcia. Lamont Peterson schools him and then probably knocks him out just for kicks. Crawford, can you imagine what Crawford does to this guy? Man, he's all skill. He's all heart and balls. That's all Figueroa is. All heart and balls, which is good. I mean, it's what he has, but he might need a new trainer because this style, man, he's gonna fight close fights against anybody. Against anybody he doesn't knock out, it's gonna be close and it's gonna be a hard time for him. But this fight was very entertaining. I mean, he always good for entertaining fights. So props to Ricky Burns for showing up, man, and giving this guy a tough fight. I would have had it a draw had it not been for the points deductions, but the scorecards were way off, man. 9 rounds to 3 plus the point deductions, or 8 rounds to 4. Those were disgusting. But hey, it's Texas, man. Then the undercard, Camela versus McDonald, that was a good fight. I like that fight better than this fight because the Figueroa fight got a little boring at times because, like I said, they would smother their punches, because they were up close to each other, and they would smother each other's punches, and a lot of the punches that Figueroa threw weren't really landing cleanly. So if the referees were being honest with themselves, like, and it wasn't just home cooking, they probably gave rounds to Figueroa just for coming forward, but he wasn't really being that effective at times because Ricky Burns was winning rounds as well. He won more than 3 rounds at least. You at least got to give him 5 rounds, and they were close rounds, so they gave him the benefit of the doubt in every round. Come on. So the Camela McDonald was a very entertaining brawl too. It was more skilled than the Figueroa fight. That's why I liked it. Camela knocked down what's his name, McDonald, in the 3rd round. I didn't score it. How did you guys score that fight? Two very entertaining fights, man. How did you score the Camela fight? Because the crowd was booing, but I don't know. What's really cool is that Camela speaks fluent Spanish. And he's Japanese. That's very cool. But How did you guys score that fight? I didn't score it, but I was just entertained by it. You know, it was a very entertaining fight. And I'm just glad that there's an entertaining fight on CBS. That's very refreshing and good for the sport, if you ask me. But what do you guys think? Is PBC a success now? Does this make Premier Boxing Champions a success? They're showcasing young talent, relatively unknown. They're not just showcasing, Keith Thurmans and other fighters like that. They're showcasing Omar Figueroa's and Koki Kameda's bantamweights. I love that. I love that, showcasing bantamweights, not a popular weight class, But what do you guys think about this fight? How far is Figueroa's future? Who won the McDonald fight? All right. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Peace.